Howdy guys, it's been a little while, and sorry about the mess on the desk. I haven't had a chance to clean up and make things look real nice here, but I figured it was time to finally end the Zack saga. For those of you who remember or don't, I've been cleaning up and fixing games for my friend Zack, and I took a break for a little while I had other real life stuff I had to do, and I have these 3 DS lights from him. And he wants one working one, and I can keep the rest. So, a little bit of a summary. This one here, logic board works, battery works, top screen is completely busted. Sad. This one, real bad Coke spill. I mean, just look at that. That's awful. Not sure if that one works or not. I'm going to clean it before I test it. This one appears to be a dead motherboard, because I tried swapping the good battery in, and nothing. So, either this battery, well, I don't even know if the battery is bad. The battery might work. In fact, let's try that battery real quick. But yeah, it's a little disappointing whenever you get one and it's just like, no hope of function. Let's see if this one works. Oh, cool, both batteries work. And as you can see, yeah, completely busted screen there. And I'm testing a new thing out, so I'm going to have side camera over there whenever relevant. It might never be relevant in this particular video, I don't know. Like I said, it's something I'm trying out. I want to see how it goes before I decide what the final configuration is going to be. And, you know, I might move stuff around too. Also, sorry if you hear a hum in the background, that's my fan. It is way too hot in Southern California to not use a fan in the garage. So, let's start with this Legend of Zelda one. I want to see if the screen is busted or anything, or if the logic board works. Because this kind of spillage, which, I mean, just look at the battery. Ugh, it's disgusting. I'm going to just toss that. That one's... Ugh, it's too gross to even touch, frankly. But, fortunately, we got cleaning supplies, so we'll be good here. Let's take a few Q-tips. Ugh. Seriously, try not to spill stuff in there. I had to get quite rough with the battery door to get it open because it was just stuck from that soda being there for God knows how long. I'm kind of happy it wasn't more, like, I didn't damage it more than I had to, really, to get it open. So quite pleased with that, but oh, it is pretty nasty in here. I mean, just look at that. Look at that. Oh, man. Ugh. Good thing I got plenty of alcohol. So there have been a few new things I've been doing, including getting good at GameCube modding, and don't worry, I'll show off some GameCube mods. Although folks like Macho Nacho, like Tito over there, have already done excellent videos if you just want to learn how to do it. But if you want to hang out with me while I mod some Japanese GameCubes that I recently purchased, stick around, because we'll be doing that. I don't know how long it'll take for them to ship, but whenever they get here, I guess. I'm not super worried about it. And I felt like I should also make this video as kind of like an apology, because I promised to start doing videos more regularly, and then I kind of vanished. And Sophia kind of took my place on the channel. And, well, here's the thing. I'm more busy than ever. And frankly, making videos is kind of a low priority. Like, it's fun when I get to do it, but I'm not going to sacrifice time doing something else to do it, you know what I mean? And I had a mattress in here that up until very recently was taking up way too much space in my workbench, so I couldn't even get back here even if I wanted to. Just would not happen at all. But I'm back, and we're all here together, so we're going to have a good time. We're going to test some DSs, see if I can get one working so I can send it to Zack and not feel guilty about still having his stuff months and months later. You know what I mean? I just feel so terrible about, you know, it's been months that since he's asked me to do all this, and the only thing I've done so far has been to make the GBA and clean all the Game Boy games and dump them. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to rescue his Donkey Kong Country. That one was too far gone, I'm afraid. And yeah, ugh. I think when I spoke to him last, he said that the spills, like the soda spill, was root beer. And yeah, I think I believe that, based on how sticky it got. Seriously pretty gross, but, you know, it is what it is. No use crying over spilled root beer, I guess. Nothing to do but just, you know, get it nice and as clean as we can. Because it's been on here for so long, I wouldn't be shocked if it's stained in places. And if it's stained, it's stained. I'm not super worried about that. Especially since it's inside the battery compartment, where nobody's ever going to see it. If it's a little stained, it's a little stained. I can live with that. I'd be much more worried about it if it was, you know, visible on the outside. But seeing as it doesn't seem to be, yeah, who cares? But oh yeah, just look how clean that's getting now. Very nice. Okay, that no longer makes me cringe to touch. There's still a little bit around the outside there. Ugh. But yeah, a lot of stuff has happened since I've last made a video, really. I got sick, I got well again, I took a cross-country trip. You know, all kinds of neat stuff. Sorry if that was off camera, I was trying to see where the... Yeah. You can see along the perimeter there. And that's probably what was making the battery compartment stick. And you know, I wasn't even going to film this originally, but I remembered I got a new webcam specifically for out here. Nice 1080p boy up here. So if my footage looks a bit clear, that's why. It's because I finally got a 1080p webcam for up there. And the old 720p one is now my side camera, which I don't even know. I don't know how much of that footage I'm going to use in this particular video. I might not even use any of it. That is to be determined at this point. Because I might also have a think about where else I could position it. Because I was having trouble getting it into a spot where it could see things without being like too revealing, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I don't really care if you see my toolbox back here or whatever, but you know, I'd rather not have it pointed at too sensitive of information. This is the internet after all. People get a little crazy. Okay. So now the battery compartment and battery door no longer make me cringe to touch. I'm just going to dry it up in here since it's a little wet. Yeah, that's better. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, yeah, that almost looks like nothing even happened. Alright, let's try one of these bats. See what happens. Can you tell I didn't have a DS Lite growing up? Alright, let's see if it works. Nothing. Okay, I kind of expected that. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of what I thought might happen. Okay, so we're gonna do... Guess I can put the alcohol up for the time being. If I need it again, I know where it is. So we're going to do the simplest thing first, and that is I'm going to put the pink motherboard here into this white DS and see what happens. See if maybe by some miracle that's okay. Yeah, I didn't have a DS really growing up. I mean, I kinda had one, kinda didn't. I mostly borrowed one from someone I knew. And I don't know, like outside of Pokemon, there wasn't much on the DS front that really interested me. I was much more of a I was much more of a PSP kid growing up. The superior graphics, the ability to easily emulate GBA games were certainly big draws for me. Not to mention, I hated the two-screen thing. I know people love that. I couldn't stand it personally. I thought it was the dumbest gimmick I'd ever seen. And I don't know if that's my L or everybody else's, but yeah, needless to say, I was not a fan of those design choices when it came to the DS. And then the DS Lite came along and gave it a lot better of a screen. And I kind of wanted a DS Lite. I actually really like this pink one here. I'd like to save it if I can, because I actually really dig this kind of coral pink color it's got going on. I like pink handhelds. I have a DSi XL that's pink, and I chose it pretty much for that color. I mean, it was also the cheapest version that I could get, and camera cable's in the way. There we go. But yeah, you know, I like pink electronics. What can I say? Is it so wrong for a guy to like pink electronics? Some people would say yes. I would call those people bigots. Anyways, so we're unscrewing here. I'm noticing someone has tried to get in here before, because these tri-wing bits are very stripped. I might look for small Phillips that fit the bill. And actually, I think I have a parts DS I can pull from. Not a big deal on that front. I'm definitely going to get rid of those stripped ones, though, because no, we don't like that. We don't like that around here. Uh-oh. I think I messed up in my my screw solution over there. There we go. Yeah, we don't like when screws get stripped. That just makes things very annoying when it comes to putting them back together again. And yeah, when it comes to the DSs, like I said, I'm not a huge fan, but I really like the DSi. I think the DSi is pretty cool, especially because of the modding capabilities. Like, if you're gonna get any DS model, I would suggest getting the DSi and modding it, and that way you can run games right from that SD card slot and not have to worry about paying some jackass on eBay $200 for Soul Silver. Seriously, what the hell? But yeah, I mean, the DS is cool, like, especially now that I'm a bit older and, you know, I'm a bit more nuanced with my tastes. I think I can appreciate what the DS was trying to do a bit more than I could as a kid. It's still not my favorite handheld, especially not from Nintendo, but... Oh, there's a tri-wing down there that I didn't see. Ah, aren't you tricky? Tricky, tricky. Alright. There we go. Yeah, like I said, definitely not my favorite Nintendo handheld. That would be the Game Boy. I'm always stuck between the Advance SP and the Color on that one, honestly, because I like both of those quite a lot. And which one I prefer could change on a daily basis, so the one I prefer is the one that I have closest to me. Well, honestly, the one I prefer is the one whose games I'm playing at that particular moment. But they were both legendary consoles that I still play to this day. They are evergreens for me. Yeah, some of the games are a little dated or whatever, but that's part of the fun. You don't get into retro games because you're expecting them to be exactly like new games. You get into them because you like the style that they provide, because it's a bit different from what you see every day. At least that's how I look at it. Oh, I took that out with a tri-wing. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. I always find it silly when people are like, oh, this retro game does this and this. I'm like, yeah, that's how all games were. That's just how they were, man. And they complain about it, and I'm like, that's seriously just what games were like back then. I don't know what you're expecting. But it ain't gonna change. Where's the spring go? What the... Oh, I get it. I see what happened. Yeah, okay. Okay, I see. Well, it's kind of moot anyway, because I gotta take that out. Okay. Now comes the part I've been dreading this entire time. Swapping the motherboard. The DS is a very fiddly console. It's one reason I don't like it very much, is because trying to fix anything on it is extremely fiddly. Taking it apart is extremely fiddly. I mean, extremely fiddly. Like, oh god, does that even come off? Yes, it does. It was just taped down. Okay. Make sure I wasn't pulling anything up. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter too much since this board appears to be completely dead. But yeah. I would not be keeping one of these on my nightstand. Especially not after seeing what happened to this one. But that's another story. Let's see. Yeah, Nintendo, why would you do this? They run the wireless antenna cable under the cartridge port, which is great for cable management, absolutely terrible for everything else. So seriously, thanks for that one, Nintendo. Alright, come on up. Come on up. Yep, there we go. Okay. So put our touchscreen back in. Don't want to lose that. Don't want to lose our start and select buttons either. There we go. Okay. And here we have one dead DS Lite board. It might have some life to it. I really don't know. I really don't care. I'm probably just going to scrap it. I'll probably take the shoulder buttons in case they still work, and then scrap the rest of this. So, I can go over there. Or maybe if I find somebody who works on these regularly and wants a crack at it, I'll be like, hey, you want this? You can have it. And we'll be like, okay, thank you. Alright. Yeah, it really is unfortunate with this pink one here, because the only thing really wrong that I can tell is that top screen is completely busted. A busted screen is a busted screen, though, and we can't do much about that. Not much except we'll replace it. And like I said earlier, I would rather swap the entire motherboard over. I think that's less of a pain in the ass to do than replace that screen. Like, you know you fucked up when like doing a whole motherboard swap is easier than just replacing one component. And it's not even really because it was poorly built or anything. Actually, I think the opposite is true. I think it's a giant pain in the ass because it's too well built. So, well, actually, the biggest problem I have with doing top screen replacements is simply the fact that... Oh god, really? There we go. Yeah, the biggest problem I have with it is simply the fact that in order to get to the top screen... Here, let me use this one so all the buttons don't fall out. You have to undo these 4 screws here, easy enough. And then, like, the cable is routed in a very specific way through the middle. Like, it goes through this hinge and comes down over here. And frankly, I can't be asked to deal with that. That's just too much. So, board swap it is. I would much rather put up with the frustration of a full board swap. And I know some of you are probably screaming at me going like, oh, what are you talking about? That's like the easiest thing in the world. I do like 20 screen swaps a day for the DS Lite. You just suck. And, you know, granted, I might just suck. But this is how I choose to do it. I figure there's enough variations of the DS family out there to where it doesn't really make sense for me to do a top screen swap if I don't have to. There we go. Like, the world isn't exactly hurting for DSs, no matter what eBay prices may tell you. There are so many of these frickin' things out there, and even if overinflated eBay prices exist, which, don't get me wrong, I'm positive they do, they're frankly just not worth what people charge for them. Like, you know, I'm sorry DS superfans, but your DS Lite is not worth $200. Maybe if it's like brand new in the box and has never been touched before, then maybe it's worth $200. But otherwise, yeah, probably not. Probably not worth that much. Like, the amount of these things I see places, it just really, to me anyway, drives home how much people are overcharging for these things. So I'm like, you know, if these were really as rare as these eBay sellers are claiming that they are, then why is it every time I go to, you know, my local pawn shop, I see like 10 of them just in a stack? I'll tell you the other thing too, especially about the DS Lite. Not as much of a problem for the i or original, but the stupid proprietary charger it uses sucks. It is the worst. And I'm having trouble getting that in. What's going on? Come on, you. Come on. Sorry if my head peeks over. I promise I didn't do it on purpose. I'm just trying to get the digitizer back in. Maybe I should just brought the whole bottom screen with. Ah, no, I got it. There we go. I think that's in. Let's see. If I lift up. Oh yeah, that's in. That's in. Okay. Cool. Alright, that's actually one of the harder parts out of the way. And we haven't even gotten to the point where we can test yet. But yeah, like the DSi can just use the 3DS charger, and there are enough 3DS chargers and equivalents out there that it's not a problem to get a hold of one. And the original DS just uses the SP charger, and those are not hard to find either. And even if you can't find one of those specifically... Really? Okay, I think it's just bunching up in one spot. Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. It's just bunching up. Okay. Alright. If it does that again, I might have to get a piece of string. And nope, there it goes. Hey, what do you know? I actually got that through second time. I feel like that never happens. Okay. Put that wireless antenna back in here. Come on. Come on, get in there. Get in there. There we go. Okay. And then we can just... Oh, I'm supposed to go like that. I see. Clever Nintendo, clever. Okay. That. And let's put the shoulder buttons back in before I lose them. Because that is one thing about all these Nintendo handhelds that is just super annoying, is how often you lose the shoulder buttons. Well, not... Shit. I just did the exact thing I didn't want to do. Oh, no. Okay. So, I was going to rant about the fact that you always seem to lose the springs. And you know what I just frickin' did? I lost the spring. Luckily, I can pull from the pink one, and it's okay. Except it's not, because I shouldn't have lost it in the first place, but whatever. Yeah, it's not the buttons, like the plastic pieces, or, you know, the actual button on the PCB that you lose. No, it's those frickin' tiny ass springs that you lose. And I put that one backwards. Yeah, okay. Because, I mean, seriously, look how small this spring is. Let me bring it up so you can see it. Look how tiny that is. Like, you're supposed to not lose that? Are you high? Maybe the springs are keyed. Maybe I should take the other spring. Yeah, R for R, huh? Okay, let's go R for R. See if that makes it easier. Yeah, you always end up losing springs. These tiny ass little springs. They don't like to stay. They like to move. And move and move and jump. They're like having a little hyperactive kid that's had way too much soda and birthday cake at Chuck E. Cheese. Like, man. I hate these things. The worst part is trying to get it realigned. It's little... Come on. Oh, come on. Okay. Come on. Come on, you're almost there. Why is there so much tension? There. No, I had it and then it fell out. There. Okay. Whew! Oh god, I hate these things. I really, really hate these things. They always do this. It's like, it's not even funny how consistent. Oh, that's why it was so tight. I put it in upside down. Should I take it back out and fix that? Or should I just say, fuck it, close enough? I'm gonna have to fix that, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay. Okay. On the plus side, I think once it is fixed, it should work a lot, like it should be much easier to get in place, because yeah, look at that. There's like no tension on this one. And yeah, okay. Ow! That one felt completely different too. So, no wonder that was not working the way I expected. Okay, come on, get in there. Oh god. Oh god, get in there. No. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there! Okay, I think I got it. That. Yes. Oh, great. What's happening? Yes! Haha! No, the other one fell out. Damn it! Alright, at least the stake stayed in place. Okay. Okay. Now I just need to get both the spring pieces and their clips. Yes! Okay. Man, you have no idea how much I wish I could just glue those down. Like, seriously. Oh, I want to just glue those in place so they'll never move again. Because, holy crap, trying to... yeah, trying to move those is just a frickin' nightmare. Wait, was that the correct screw location? Nope, that's one for the battery compartment. The correct location is over here. Okay. Okay. No! The freaking thing fell out! Okay. Okay. Left side, okay. Just gotta line the spring up. Line it up. Slide it down. Yes, okay. Get it back in place. Okay. And it popped back out again. Okay. Not a big deal. Okay, what the hell? Why is that not, like, sticking in there? Okay. No. There. Okay. And the other one popped back out. Fantastic. Keeps popping back out. Why? There. Okay. Both of those are in place. I expect them to stay. Stay. Okay. Let's pop the volume slider back on. And the shoulder button popped off. Perfect. Okay. The volume slider needs to go upside down, I guess. Yeah. Here, we're just gonna... yeah, okay. I'm just gonna have to be careful with lining that back up, I guess. Oh, I hate this thing so much. You have no idea how much I despise these shoulder buttons. You have no freaking idea how much I hate these. Like, you think you know, but until you have had this happen to you like a dozen times, you have no idea. Wait, what? Why is it going all the way through? Get off. Okay, hold on. Okay, apparently I have the spring in backwards. Which, yep, that is a thing you can do apparently. Is put the damn spring in upside down. I mentioned that these things are just the worst. Oh, and will you look at that? Henry decided to come home. Perfect, I can have him carry up all of his GameCube stuff. I think that's backwards. Okay, now that needs to stay. That needs to just slide over like no! Damn it. Okay, you're so close. You're so effing close. Okay, we're gonna try that one more time. Sorry if the sounds of Henry's car were completely overpowering to anything else. Hey, welcome back.
Oh, oh no, that's the ViewSonic.
Yep, I've decided that's not worth fixing.
It worked. Why did...
Well, because remember it had that thing where it would darken? So it was on its way out. So I was looking to see what could be wrong with it, and everything I pulled up said that most likely it's the controller board, which is over a decade old, and it's going to be almost impossible to find the old stock of. So instead of just trying to use that, I'll just get on YouTube.
No, it's actually wrong. It had nothing to do with that. The controller board, it wouldn't have ever turned on ever from the day it came out of the factory.
No.
Those can't break like that.
No. Also,
Yeah, huge. No, yeah, the controller board, I've had a controller board die. The TV doesn't ever turn on.
you know there's more than one way they die, right?
No, there really isn't. That's like saying there's more than one.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Just let him rant. It'll be over soon. Okay, anyways. Let's try and get some screws back in here. I'm not going to put all of them back yet. I just want to put in enough so it won't fall apart on me when I'm trying to test it. Particularly those damned shoulder buttons. If I can help it, I never want those to come undone again.
Also, got your games back. Yeah, her PS2's having weird disk troubles. Wasn't loading. It would like read the game, and then it wouldn't load after that for some games.
Well, she wasn't really going to use the disc tray that much, was she?
Well, until we get the thingy. Then she won't use it anymore.
I thought you already got that.
No.
What the?
Haven't gotten it yet. Also, power supply. Or power bank.
Okay, I'm doing stuff right now. Trying to make a video here. I've got 2 cameras rolling. There. Okay. Got one more screw to put in there. Okay, I think I'm just going to go ahead and put in all the screws since, you know, there's like, what, 2 left to put in? Oh, so much hard work. Don't know how I do it, guys. I don't know. And there we go, there's one here. And there's one here. Okay, now for the $1,000,000 question. Was this entire board swap even worth my time? God, I hope so. Alright, let's turn it on and see what happens. Okay, turns on and back off immediately. Okay, what's going on there? Maybe it's just the battery. Alright, one more go. Okay. Now I'm genuinely curious. Are these batteries just like dying, or What is the deal here? Okay, so it's charging. Threatens to turn on and then never does. Okay. I know I've read this issue before. Why is it doing this? DS light, power button goes off. Here we go. Power light. Green light turns on, then off. Alright, what does it mean? Ah, it's probably one of the cables. Okay. Well, that's easy enough to fix. Just gotta... Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have put all those damn screws back in. What a fool I was. Yeah. Well, that's not too bad, actually, if I just have to pull a few screws back out real quick. That actually could be a lot worse. Oh yeah, I forgot there's supposed to be a screw there too. Whoops. Oh well. I didn't get rid of it or anything. I still have it, so not a big deal. I'm also trying to decide how much of the visible space that's recording right now I'm going to keep. I'll probably crop some of this down a little, but I don't want to crop it to the point where it's, you can't see what I'm doing most of the time. Here, I thought I put screws up there. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I already took them out. I just don't remember doing it. Okay. Alright. Please don't pop the shoulder buttons out. Okay. Mostly got the shoulder buttons to stay. That makes me happy. Okay, so the question now is, which ribbon isn't in all the way? Unfortunately, we're going to have to lift up the board, which means these are going to have to come out. Swear I better not lose any piece of these or I'm going to be furious. Alright, let me lift on board here. Oh, right, there's a screw in there. Come on, get out of there. Okay. I'm just going to try and lift it gently here. Look what we got. Oh, I see the problem. Do you? The bottom screen wasn't pushed in all the way. Ah. Still not pushed in all the way. So this time I caused my own headache. Okay, good to know it was something simple, I think. I think that's all that's wrong here. I hope that's all that's wrong here. Okay. Now we gotta put the shoulder buttons back. Which, you know how much I enjoy putting these shoulder buttons back on. It's about my favoriteest thing in the universe. Oh god, get over there. Okay. Whew. I'm just glad we didn't have to take out like the wireless card or anything, because that probably would have made this even more frustrating than it needed to be. Okay. Very good. Shoulder buttons are back in place. Okay, back half is put back on. Let's put some screws in. Okay, good. God, I'm so weird. Oh god, no, I forgot the internal screw. Oh shoot. Okay, not too bad actually. Only that popped out. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're good. And I dropped the screw.
Come on.
That's not the right screw. I just found a random tri-wing.
There.
Okay, I found it. We're good. May not have found that spring I dropped earlier, but I found the screw. So, thank God I found that. Okay. And the ViewSonic he was talking about is a little TV that he used to have in his room, which has since been replaced. I don't know why he's so upset about that. It was literally a TV that somebody was throwing away that I got for free that we used as a stopgap. It's not like it was, you know, some big expensive 4K TV or something. No, it was just like a little 1080p TV from 10 years ago that had pretty much run its course already. And I had already spent a good amount of time looking into solutions for the problem that it had. The problem being where it would blink out of existence if the images on the screen got too dark. And time again, the answer I saw was it's either the control board or the power board. Most likely it's the controller board failing. And yeah, replacing that was not going to be practical. So I decided to throw in the towel, make the executive decision that it was not worth pursuing a repair on it. And so I scrapped it, and he got irrationally upset over that. No idea why. It's not like it's one that, you know, he bought with his own money or something. No, it was literally a freebie that would have been thrown away if I hadn't brought it home. And he used as a stopgap until he got a better one. So, yeah, like I said, no clue why he's so upset over that. Seems silly to me. Okay. Now then, all the screws are in. We're putting a battery in. I've double checked all the cables this time. Is it cracked? Shit. Something still isn't hooked up well. Okay. 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 You know what? I'm gonna stop the recording. And I'll just meet you guys when I think I've... You know what? I'm just gonna do a montage. Alright, check that out. Fully working DS. So I'm just going to go ahead and... Oh, it's probably not calibrated yet. So there's no idea what I'm doing. Username saved. That's fine. Is actually 8/21/2022. Yep, I'm officially dating this video. Time, let's see, is this 13-hour time? It is, so it's going to be 18:33. And I'll just keep the birthday whatever, because that can change that later. Go ahead and restart. And come back on. So come back on. There we go. And for this last test, I just want to make sure the touch screen is working correctly. Yep, it took my touch there. And yep, go ahead and calibrate it. Calibration complete. Perfect. Alright, Zack, your DS is done. I'll be sending all this to you soon. And that's the end of the video. Alright, see you guys later.